This series we can work out using the comparison test if we're willing to take a little bit of time to think through this. If we try the ratio test, we're going to get a horrible mess. Let me write out the limit we need to calculate if we're going to use the ratio test. If you are patient, you can totally do this limit, but it is quite messy. The root test gives us another tool to approach this problem. So the way this works is we take the nth root of the terms and we get, if we get a limit, then we can make some conclusions. So if we get the limit and the limit is less than 1, then we find out that our series converges. If we take the limit of the nth root and we get a number that's greater than 1, then we know that our series is divergent. If we get an answer of 1, then it's inconclusive. When we have geometric series, if we take the limit of the nth root, what we end up with is the absolute value of the ratio. So if it is less than 1, then the geometric series will converge. If it's more than 1, then the geometric series will diverge. The only difference is that when it's in the boundary where we have a limit of 1, we say it's too close to call. It's going to be inconclusive. Let's try this out with our example. All right, so we need to take the limit as n goes to infinity of the nth root. So we want our term to the 1 over nth power. Since all of our terms are positive here, we can drop the absolute value. So we have the nth root of 1 over 1 plus n to the nth power. And we see that there is some nice cancellation here. This nth root and nth power cancel out. So we're left with the limit as n goes to infinity of 1 over 1 plus n. As n goes to infinity, this has a limit of 0. And so, since this value is less than 1, by the root test, our series converges. And it was pretty easy. So the root test is going to be a great tool which we're going to use when we have powers of n. I think the root test is a bit more specialized than ratio test. Ratio test is pretty general purpose. It works in a lot of places. Root test is a little bit less common. So you'll usually start by looking at the ratio test, or if you have lots of powers of n, like here where we have an nth power, oops, I said powers of n. I meant nth powers. Let me correct that. So in an example like this, where we're taking the nth power of a term, then the root test is a really great tool to use. It'll save you a lot of time.